Alright, yo, and welcome back to some Mabinogi as it's December 11th and they just dropped 2 arcana, so I guess it's time to do story. Honestly, I'm not sure if I should do the gun or the alchemist. Neither are arcana for me. They're kind of meh, in my opinion. I think I still prefer Elemental Knight or the Lancer one. But I don't know, maybe it'll grow on me. Well, I guess we'll see. I mean, I'm seeing a lot. Oh, well. To be fair, there's new arcana, and everyone needs to level it up, so. Hello, Ursa. Are you looking to learn new arcana and want to hear the latest news or unpromising arcana candidate we discover? You come to the right place. I still have a bit of time before I have to send off on my scheduled progress report to the Queen. So I figure it'd be a good idea for a moment to confer with you. Promising candidate. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he always says that. Oh shit, they added pictures now. Was this always a thing? Alchemist has always been on the downside for me personally. Guns too, but if between the two, I think Guns is better than Alchemist. But to be fair, you guys did send me a Revenant Insight Cylinder and the Guard Cylinder. I mean, I do have a gun. It's whatever, but it's something. Whatever. It looks like you're more than worthy to walk the path of the Arsenal Gunner. It just so happens that I discovered someone whose skills are an excellent match for this Arcana as well. So how about, would you like to learn to participate in Arsenal Gunner? Sure. Very well, I shall assist you in obtaining the Arsenal Gunner Arcana talent, an endeavor in which I have no doubt you find great success. You ended your conversation with Lair. Alright, Arcana. Cry of the Jet Black Gunshot. Talk to Lair. Okay, I gotta talk to him again. Welcome, Ursa. I believe I found an individual who would be worth assessing for membership in the Arcana Association. It's good you came along. When you did, I wanted to share the news with you as soon as I could. Assessment? Membership? Indeed, things look quite promising. I never imagined I'd be able to find such talent right in our own backyard. In the course of attending the regular academic council meeting here in the castle, happened to me a scholar who seems to have an interest in the Arcana Association and the research we've been doing here. In fact, this fellow is a representative from the Royal Society of Alchemy. He even sought me out after the meeting had adjourned, asking me if I could tell him more about the Arcana. His name is... Alright, so either this sounds how like it sounds, or this sounds way off. God damn, they're so annoying, so loud. His name is Michael? I'm assuming that's how, because Adhan, however they try to pronounce that guy's name, it's different in every game. Black Desert, Vindictus, this game. Damn, can I mute them? They're so goddamn loud. It didn't seem to me like... Can I like... sound from other players? Damn, I can't. It didn't seem to me like he manifests Arcana, but for someone from one of the Royal Society to take an active interest in our work, well, that was certainly a pleasant first. As we talk, I told him that even if he doesn't process an Arcana himself, I'll be glad to have him on in a research capacity. After all, whether or not he has the same kind of inborn as our other members, I certainly welcome a scientific mind that could aid us in developing a better understanding of capabilities of Arcana and how they might be used. Ask how it went. You asked Lair if Michael agreed to join the Arcana Association. Lair remains quiet for a bit, shuffling and straightforward several stacks of paper on his desk before continuing. Well, it sounded like he had a lot going on right now, understandable for a man in his position. After I explained the basis of Arcana to him, his reply was something like, I have to give it some more thought. It's taken me a long time to work up to where I am now. And rocking the boat is kind of, in other words, precisely the kind of answer one would give when they don't know how to say no. Why is there, oh, I was about to say, why does everyone have these chests? Thing is, up until around a month ago, the research update were delivered by a different representative from the Royal Society of Alchemy. The impression I got was that Michael was a researcher who hadn't yet built up notable prestige, but for some reason, volunteer or was chosen to fill the role on short notice. And yet I could see the glimmer of passion in his eyes as we spoke. So I tried to win him over to our side by telling him the Arcana Association research is both groundbreaking and freeform, a place where he gets to choose what he wants to delve into. But by that point, we were being shooed out of the room, so we parted ways without him giving a conclusive answer. What do you think, Ursif? Should I take another shot at recruiting Michael, or am I barking up the wrong tree? Lay it on thick. More members would be a good thing, right? In that case, it'd be better not to hesitate, given this opportunity. You tell Lair to meet with Michael again and really try to win him over to join the Arcana Association. I think you and I are in agreement on that. Then honestly, if I had another chance to tell him more about what we do here, I don't think it'd take all that much to convince Michael to join us. Ever since that day, I sensed someone lingering just on the other side of our door. In fact, more than a couple of times when I'd gone out into the Great Halls, I've seen him sort of loitering around. There gives you a confident smile. As a matter of fact, today offers a perfect opportunity to give him that firm yet gentle nudge in our direction. Ursulif, how would you like to meet Michael in person? Come with me, I'll tell you more about it out in the hall. Later exit the Arcana Association room with the gait of a man who's concocting a plan. We'll find him in the Great Hall to continue the conversation. Alright. With regards to what I was saying earlier, there's actually a meeting scheduled today. The monthly session where members from the Kingdom of Academic Society and the Association deliver reports on their recent discovery, activities, challenge, and so on. Typically, I'm the only representative from our association who goes, as I think most of our members will find it a rather dry affair. That said, it's not uncommon for several members of our academic society to attend, and as our founding member, I think that more than enough reason for you to come to a meeting with me today. Ursula, it's perfect opportunity to meet Michael. I heard the Royal Society of Alchemy has been busy with something lately. Whatever it is, it sounded like a majority of their members are out or on site elsewhere. So Michael has been discovering report recently. I'm almost certain he'll be there today as well. If you were to show up, your presence might do enough to impress Michael that he commit to join the Arcana Association. Right then and there, enter the Royal Library. Encouraged by Lair, you decide to attend the academic reporting session. Did I say secession? Session? You reach out and push, and stately door to Royal Library slowly swing open. Excellent, let's head in and get seated before they start. Yay, thumbnail. Oh, seated? Ah, there he is. He looks so goddamn tired. That's Michael, right across the table from me. If I'm not mistaken, the bags under his eyes are even darker today than when I last saw him. It almost seems like as though he's chronically sleep deprived. It's just like me, for real. Oh, he has a cool gun. May I have your attention, everyone? I have a meeting of some urgency I must attend after this, so I'm afraid I have to leave early today. I ask that you finish delivering your updates without me. Oh, you're here as well, Ursuf. You must be attending as a member of the Arcana Association then. Excellent timing on our part. Seems they're just starting. You may find the proceeding a bit dull, but just bear with it. It's finally Michael's turn. Just our luck. The Alchemy Society was presenting last today. Greetings, everyone. I'm here to deliver the monthly report on the behalf of the Royal Society of Alchemy. And on the matter of issues brought up on our last meeting, our scholars are giving its full attention. On the remaining issues that have been reported, 3 are currently assigned to the RSA. Once we're able to resolve the pressing issue of the death of our research material, the alchemist currently dealing with the problem will see to the backlog they request. From our ongoing research, we saw promising results with the reagent containing the following ingredient. So what do you think? He seems like he'll be worth asking a potential candidate. Doesn't he? Maybe yes, he does seem like he's half asleep, but I have no doubt about his mastery of the alchemical arts. It would be prudent for the Royal Society of Alchemy to ensure the material they are used are well guarded against theft, and to bring any thieves to justice quickly. We can speak more on it later. I fear I must leave for the meeting I mentioned earlier. I'll see you all at our next assembly. Damn, she's busy all the time. I wonder will she age up? Because it's been like years now, hasn't it? Before I conclude, one other matter of note. Looks like Michael will be finished presenting soon, and the meeting should adjourn after that. That'd be our chance to approach him and ask whether he'd be interested in joining the Arcana Association. Is he gonna blame us for stealing it or something? Today will be my last day as member of the Royal Society of Alchemy. Oh, never mind. I'd like to offer my thanks to everyone here for their continued support. I'm not sure who will be taking my place at these meetings, but I want you to know it's been reasonably pleasant time. He's like, God damn, no more work. I'm done. You're leaving? Out of the blue, just like that? Was it too difficult to fit these meetings into your schedule? Are you being harassed by one of the higher-ups in the Alchemy Society? Goodness, no sooner has Her Majesty left the room than he announced the news. Young people these days certainly have a different way of going about things. Deep breath. I'm sorry, I just wanted to say goodbye to everyone before I left. I apologize for any trouble I might have caused. In any case, I'll best be going. He's really... Jesus, he just dipped out. He's like, oh man, I'm done. How could I have anticipate this turn of event? This isn't good. If we lose track of him now, I have no idea where we might see him again. Doesn't the other alchemist lady have something to say? A lean young man with wild ash gray hair and tired look stands before you. Shadow lingers beneath his violent gaze, as to his eyes shoulders a burden unknown. His outwear and harness seems designed as much for personal style as for protection. He clasps his wrist, struggling to find the right word. My mind just went blank and I dashed out of there on adrenaline and instinct. Where's my alchemist robe? Did it fly off as I was running? Poke Michael. Michael flinches and turns around in surprise. Hello, you're the Malaysian I saw with Layer earlier, right? What brings you here? Hello, Michael, Layer here, from Arcana Association. I didn't realize you recognized Ursulith. Have the two of you met before? No, this is our first time meeting in person. I just assumed based on the fact that the Queen Heroine addressed you directly in the meeting. I mean, to be fair, that's kinda a giveaway. Did you two follow me? I guess I really did cause a scene back there, didn't I? Why did I do that? I have a question for you, Michael. If you don't mind, why are you leaving the Royal Society of Alchemy? When we last spoke, you mentioned how difficult it was just to get in, and cited that as a reason for your hesitation to join the Arcana Association. Well, when we spoke, you told me the Arcana Association was a place where I could do what I truly wanted. That really stuck with me, you see. The Royal Society of Alchemy is a good place, but truth be told, it isn't really where I wanted to be, mind you. There are many members whose skills and knowledge far exceeds my own, and it was a true honor to gain a minute, especially after all the effort I put in, but I found myself wondering how long I was going to stay there. And doing that work instead of what I really wanted to do, the more I thought about it, the more I felt like for once in my life I wanted to be brave, to take the chance. I'm sorry, I swear I don't usually ramble on like this with people I just met. It's quite alright. I'm glad you were forthcoming with an explanation. In truth, we come hoping to convince you to join the Arcana Association, but it sounds like we may not need to. As I said before, as I'm happy to know you remember, the door of the Arcana Station are always open to you. I'd love to offer you a full-time position as a research. The scope of our study is broad, and includes how Arcana might be awakened in those who haven't come to manifest them originally. To be clear, when you say Arcana, you're talking about stabilizing the disparate energy of two different talents, allowing each to empower the other, with the hybridized results exhibiting a great power than each of the talent would independently. Is that understanding correct? You're exactly right, and I fully believe you can harness that power for yourself if you start training now. Well, not to jump the gun, but I think I can already do what you're describing. I beg your pardon? Combining two talents in a way that never has been done before, I can do that. Hearing you say it so matter-of-factly, I find myself believing you really can. I had a certain feeling I couldn't put my fingers on. From the moment you showed interest in the work we've been doing, this is truly more than I could have hoped for, and all the more reason you should join. Given your current position, I assume one of the talents you harness is alchemy? We don't presently have a proper alchemist amongst our members. Oh, I was gonna say, isn't the archer, his name is long. But no, it was his other side, the other half. He just gained the knowledge, right? But if he has the knowledge, wouldn't he still be able to understand alchemy? So having you as a member will open up several additional avenues to study for us. And as it so happens, I've been working on developing a few crests to utilize alchemy. I didn't show them to you before since I didn't want to raise your expectation too high right on the outset. But if you'd like to take a look at it and perhaps try a few, Well, Michael looks flustered. First of all, thank you for so much for preparing all these. I didn't think you would have already had this much prepared. The thing is, my weapon of choice isn't a typical alchemist cylinder. It's not then. I actually favor dual guns. Is that alright with you, Lair? Haha, well, today has certainly kept me on my toes in a fun way, of course. That should be fine. I've done research into gunslinging talent and drawn up a few quests for combination based on my studies. They're all in the folders back on my desk in the Arcana Association room though. Let me go grab them for you. Would you mind waiting here for a moment? I shouldn't be away long, but feel free to chat in the meantime. Lair hurries off in a rush. Take this opportunity to speak with Michael while you wait. Nice weather today, isn't it? Nod. A man of a few words. Michael seems to be struggling to find something to say. You give him one of your expertly trained nods, agreeing that the weather is pleasant. Right. Yeah. Seems like that's all you could think of about now. I should have brought some candy or something. Little things like that really help break the ice, you know? When you're meeting someone for the first time. Yeah, bro. If you can find some common ground, some common interests to talk, it's easier. Instead of just being wallflower and just nodding along. So, not that you'd be interested, but I really feel awkward when it's quiet around people I don't know. So would you mind if I told you a little bit about myself? Alright. To pass the time, you decide to listen to Michael as he tells you about himself. So I don't typically attend the regular academic report meeting. I've been with Royal Society of Alchemy for a while now, but I'm still one of the youngest there. It's typically one of the senior members who tends to deliver our reports and updates. But recently, some of the materials we ordered for experiments were stolen during transport, and the entire society went on high alert. Everyone's been running around chasing every lease that they could in an attempt to track down our missing cargo. With all our senior members tied up in the mess, the duties of delivering our reports somehow fell to me. That's why I've met Lair and learned about the Arcana Association. Like I mentioned before, the Royal Society of Alchemy wasn't a dream job for me or anything like that. So when Lair said the Alchemy Association was a place where I'd be able to pursue my own interests, it really stuck with me. Still, I put in so much work and taken so much risk to get where I am today. I didn't have the courage to just walk away from my position. Not right away anyways. I've been agonizing over this for a few weeks now, day and night. I lost so much sleep thinking about it. In fact, last night I didn't sleep at all. I guess that explains the bags under his eyes. I thought he was just overworked. So this morning, my head felt just completely empty, and somehow that appears to have bolstered my courage. I did it on impulse. Back there in the meeting, I announced I was leaving the Royal Society of Alchemy. Now, impulsive or not, it's not like I hadn't thought it through first, so I don't regret it. Honestly, I was more worried about where the Arcana Association would even take me in. You can imagine the wave of relief that washed over me when Lair extended me such a warm welcome. Why were you so worried? You point out that since Michael said he was capable of wielding the power of Arcana, he would have almost been guaranteed a membership in the association. Well, there's no particular reason really. I mean, I'm not hiding some grand plan to destroy the Arcana Association from within or anything like that. Just that, well, this might not matter much to some people, but others really hate it. Actually, no, just forget I said anything. Michael stammers and rambles like someone who caught himself just before oversharing with a stranger. Sorry to keep you waiting. Lair walks up to find Michael sweating bullets. Perfect time. See what Lair has to say. He wears a clean... Oh. These quests are what I sketched out so far for potential gunslinging focus Arcana. I focus on channeling the secondary talent to augment and enhance the gun's firepower. As I was trying to refine the basic concept, I consider a variety of combination, building them out to see how they might whatever function. Do you have any thoughts on what might complement a gunslinger marksmanship well? Transmutation. Looking over these pairings you drafted, that one caught my eyes. Michael reached the 2 layers file during the design concept, each containing a variation of crest depicting a handgun. Yes, something about this really speaks to me. I think I'll be able to make good use of it. Looks expectantly at Michael. See Michael's eyes gleam with something you hope and confidence. I just realized I never introduced myself. Let me do it properly. I'm Michael. Firearms are my passion. I started with a pair of handguns, so that loadout feels the most natural to me. But I found there's something to love about all types of ordnance. Rifle, cannons, mortars. If I use a barrel to launch some kind of projectile, I'd gladly use it for all it's worth. Dual guns are the most widely used. Dual in part of broader commercial availability, but their range actually falls short if you want to snipe a target from a longer distance. To solve the problem, I figured out how to supplement their firepower through the use of alchemical transmutation. Simply put, I can generate the right firearms for any situation in the blink of an eye, and fire it with greater force than most conventional munition. What exactly do you mean generate a firearm? Are you attaching extra parts onto the pair of handguns? It's probably easier to just show you. Alright, what do you want me to do? Oh, that's cool. Oh, it only pops up near targets. Okay. This is a cannon. Amazing. I never seen a pair of guns be able to do something like that. What are you doing? Like what you're doing. How are you transmuting them on the spot without use of an oven or even alchemical cylinder to catalyze the process? A keen observation. Altering an object's form or properties via a transmutation does require heat. Fortunately for me, I'm always packing heat, quite literally. At the instant a mana bullet detonates, the explosive charge generates an intense burst of heat. Enough that if you can stop that heat from dissipating, it can be used to transmute something around the size of a firearm into another form. So it's like using the equator energy, right? Something like that. It's like Full Metal Alchemist, where Shinhee's alchemy uses like the dragon line or the energy, the tectonic plates to fuel their alchemy, right? Is that it? Or is that the central alchemy? Basically, he's using the heat, that's the resource from the heat, to as the energy to power his other stuff. As soon as the transmutation takes shape, the mana bullet's energy adapts to fit the form of the output of the new firearm. That said, there's a significant loss of energy during the transmutation process that I haven't been able to solve yet. Huh? Is something the matter? Well, normally transmuting a firearm in the way I'm doing is incredibly energy intensive, and all I have to draw is the energy I generate from my own shot. Typically, I can only fire a few rounds from a transmuted firearm before its forms destabilize and return to the base state. But when I did with your Arcana crest just now, I was actually able to preserve and harness that energy much more effectively. It felt like I had more control over how long I can maintain the transmuted state. A promising first showing. I say stabilizing the intertwining of energies from two different talent is fundamental ideas behind Arcana, really. And this quest was just a prototype if we can improve its efficiency. Aha! Michael fiddles with his guns, his eyes light up, and as a summon click. I think I could use it as ammo. Wait, are you telling me you could convert the residue energy left over from the transmutation process into bullets? They wouldn't be exactly mana bullets, but yes, I can convert it into a type of high energy rounds. Would you mind if I gave it a try? I'll test it out with a fatal scope. I haven't shown you that transmutation yet. Okay. Oh, wow. So you can hold it. So wait, what happens when it becomes bullet? Tracer pod applies the following effect on the target: 6 increased damage taken. Oh, so it's a debuff. So what happens when you fill up the 4 bullets? Just as I thought, I'm able to perform transmutation and line up the shot even faster. With this quest, I think I could develop my skill well beyond what I've been able to achieve so far. This is incredible. No, I have to stay calm. Stay calm, why? You're positively in your element right now. There's no need to hold back. Give it everything you got. You really meant well then, yes. Let's really cut loose. I could even shape the guns to a form I never tried before. Okay, maybe this is it. Where he gets 4 bullets? Wait, do you have to hold it? Okay, so you have to hold it and there's a bar underneath. It's a cannon. It's just one shot. Sniper rifle. I'm assuming it's like Magnum where you hold it and it does more damage. Oh! Oh! Okay. The bullet is for the sniper rifle. Detonation Field and Gunner's Crest. I didn't use those yet. You're a natural. You done more than simply channel your skill through the Arcana quest. You adapted it to suit your personal style and made it your own. I feel exceedingly fortunate we reached out to you when we did. Now then, why don't we all continue this conversation back in the association room, Michael? I'll be glad to hear how you like to process from there. Michael, is something wrong? Sorry, I just thought about analyzing Stylish more. I can't hold it in anymore. I've been holding all of this back for so long. Michael, is there something troubling you? Anything I might be able to offer help with? I close my eye and pull the trigger. The bullet bursts forth from the muzzle, guided along its path by justice itself. I beg your pardon? Is he a weeb? It's kind of like the eye thing. I don't know what you guys call it. You know how like, kind of like an edgelord kind of way. It's like way weeb edgelord. Kind of like you feel like you have a bit in power or you have to do this thing. Like, oh, I'm the hero or something. Save the world. My hands guided by God's fury. Something like that. I don't know. Road to judgment is a long, treacherous path. Grant me the strength to discern right from wrong. He has a really cool guns. I confess, I have no idea what any of this is about. Gods above, I ask that you permit this rebellion against fate. O instrument of death, deliver judgment to the wicked. Maybe gun arcana might be cool. I still gotta try alchemy. You all got that look about you, like I did something that caught you complete off guard. Sorry, I usually try to keep this stuff to myself. I guess since I didn't sleep at all last night, the part of my brain that normally keeps me from blurting out whatever I'm thinking wasn't doing its job. It's just a sort of thing, my thing, you know? Posing dramatically, spouting lines. Okay, he's one of those. Other people might find it over dramatic, cheese, or even cringe-worthy. I mean, you do you, bro. I practice alone, so I'm always doing it without really thinking about it. Sorry for hiding it until now. If this is a deal breaker for joining the association, I totally understand. Michael hangs his head, clear embarrassed. You're awesome. I gotta give him confidence. He's being him. Michael is a man who knows what he's all about, and that's great. Besides, you have to admit, his lines were cool. They really resonate with you. You give Michael a thumbs up to encourage him and boost his confidence. That's right. Wait, really? I never shown this side of myself to anyone before, so I have no choice. No idea how people would react. Thank you so much. Hey, maybe next time we could come up with some cool lines together. Sure. I got the sense you were trying to hide something, so I was wondering what it might be. You ain't worried. We never deny someone membership because of something like this. If we reject people for their personal quirks and colorful reaction, or just maybe generally odd, I fear we have almost no one left. None of the Arcana Association goal has ever been stimuli by a dramatic but awkward time one-liner. Don't worry, we'd be happy to have you. Really? Yes, really. Also, I'm guessing this probably hasn't settled in yet because of how tired you are, but if we did reject your candidacy for the Arcana Association, you likely find it difficult to return to the Royal Society of Alchemy after the bold statement of resignation you issued today. We're not going to just leave you out in the cold. Oh, right. I had entirely forgotten about that until you mentioned it. You know, his music kind of sounds like a Persona like music. Like kind of like is it ambient music? Like you could kind of like it's just there, you're just chilling and stuff. It's kind of like that. If you ask me, it's not really my favorite out of all the Arcana candidates music. That said, I do have one question. Lair Tilson said pensively, deep in thought, it's extremely rare for someone to handle Arcana as natural as you did, right from the start. Even after hearing a detailed explanation, most people struggle to really understand how they work. Does the Royal Society of Alchemy have direct access to our research? Frankly, I find it difficult to believe you reached this level of proficiency purely through independent study. Oh no, I didn't steal or otherwise access classified research. If that's what you're wondering, I just did a lot of studying and experimentation on my own. I had no idea it was even a formalized concept or that it was called Arcana until I met you. But I can prove I've done research. Here, take this look at this. Michael puts a thick notebook from his waistband and hands it to you. Take a look at Michael's research notebook and see what he's written. Oh, time to roleplay. Contains information from Michael's studies and is ornamented far beyond what one would expect from a notebook. Openly straps and chains about. See small 27 scrawl on the first page. Alright, I'll be right back. Let me turn the lights and close the door. It's cold. Alright, I'm back. So let's get his roleplay. Carefully open Michael's research notebook. This page. Is it Michael or Michael? I think it's Michael. Michael? Bro. Or someone would just say the name so I can know how to pronounce it. Pages are densely packed with notes and diagrams on the inner working of the firearms and theories on the alchemic transmutation. Show it to Lair. You hold the notebook out towards Lair as though insisting he reads it so you don't have to. He leans in, examining the fruits of Mikhail's research. My goodness, I mean, I knew your aptitude and fundamental of alchemy was a given, but you really attempted this degree of transformation on your own? And you never told anyone? There's so much here. How to secure stability and firearm transmutation key elements to maximize detonation yield. This is all extremely high level theory. Oh, that's because this notebook is number 27. I left the other 26 at home. Bro. Character is really cool. Starting with this one is sort of whizzes past the basics and drops you in the deep end. And ignore the really tiny text. It's just a bunch of scribbles. Seriously, when did you find the time to do all this? It's like you've done every bit of research you could possibly do. And you were doing all this research while you were still working full time with the Royal Society of Alchemy? Oh, and well, it's not like I meant to. Something I just get zoned in. I mean, it's a hobby. When you're in the zone, you're in the zone. That's how I ended up getting these dark circles under my eyes. By the time I realized how deep I was getting into this study, I was only getting a few hours of sleep at night. Good grief, alright, first thing first, I'd like you to start with getting some proper rest. You don't have to juggle this research with your commitment to Royal Society of Alchemy anymore. As for the self-proclaimed just a bunch of scribble, I couldn't help but notice this one that starts with, the vengeful dragon's eye flashed a lurid crimson, his sword shaking the very earth. That doesn't sound like it has anything with guns or alchemy. It's just cool. It's like doodling, you know? When like you're at school, you kind of doodle while studying. You're like, I'm just gonna call him Mikhail because I think that's his name, not Michael. Mikhail frantically snatches the notebook back. That was just some silly little thing I jotted down the margin. Sometimes when I'm awake in the small hours of night, my imagination goes to some odd place. Why are you so flustered? Just a few minutes ago, you transmuted a gun longer than I am tall and shouted, what was it? Oh, instrument of death or something like that. Please don't remember that. I'm going to die of shame. Well, let's continue this conversation back at the Alchemy Association, shall we? Your status as a member of the Royal Society of Alchemy means your security clearance is as good as taken care of. So we can start discussing your future role and responsibility. You really mean it? I promise I'll give you this everything I got. No doubt, let's get moving. Oh, and also take your time catching up with us. Mikhail and I have some contract matters to go over. Later, and Mikhail returns to the Royal Castle. We'll speak with Lair at the Arcana Association. Bro, you couldn't teleport me? I didn't want to walk back. Hopefully, I feel like this is a lot of AoE. It'd be good for clearing lower end content. But we'll see. Feel free to refer to this document when covered things in greater depth. Anyways, Mikhail, allow me to welcome you as the newest member of the Arcana Association. I'll do my best to provide the support you need so you can pursue your dreams. Huzzah! This may well be the best day of my life. I promise you, I'm going to give this my all. Oh, but there is one request I'd like to make of you. Could you keep it a secret that I joined the Arcana Association, not in perpetuity? Of course, just for a while. Ask why. The Arcana Association isn't so large that a member can just blend into the background. It'll be difficult to keep it completely under wraps that Mikhail has joined the association, especially if people saw him coming and going from the room. You inquire why he wishes to keep that a secret. Well, it's mainly because of how sudden my departure was from the Royal Society of Alchemy. Figured that if the others learn the truth of things, they'll be disappointed in me. There's another reason as well, but do you think you could keep this a secret for now? Of course, in fact, that was on my list of things I wanted to discuss. Our association works on the castle ground, serving as the behest of the crown. It could create problems for us if rumors started going around that we knowingly poach a member of one of the other academic society or association here. I'm in agreement. Let's keep your membership just between members of the Arcana Association for now. But you didn't poach me. I came here entirely of my own free will. But it's perspective. It's what other people would see. That's technically true, but you know how rumors can take a life on their own. If the story of the three of us dashing out of the Royal Library is somehow spread, that will only throw fuel on the fire for such allegation. You have a point. My apologies for causing trouble for you. It's no trouble at all. We just have to come up with special measures to handle it. Some way to completely clear up the misunderstanding that might linger in the minds of others regarding you, your motivation, and our association action. While it takes some time to think of a solution that will work for us, why don't you have a look around the room? This is our headquarters, so to speak, and you'll be spending a lot of time here. Consider it a resource center for your personal study and growth. Understood. You should spend some time chatting with Mikhail Ursula. He seems colorful as many of our members. Oh, and while I got you here, let me show you the crest for the Gunslinger Arcana Mikhail used during his demonstration. I'm sure you'll be able to get a hang of it quickly, since you already have considerable experience wielding dual guns. But if you ever need any points, I'm sure Mikhail will be happy to oblige. Wait, does that mean Ursula and I will be using the same Arcana then? Nod. As you nod your head, Mikhail pumps his fist, his expression bright. It's even grander than I could have hoped. If I even ever need to know anything about firearms, I'll share whatever I know, anytime, day or night. Damn, it's like when you find someone with similar hobbies and you kind of just like, oh my god, you guys kind of just yap on and on. To think I find someone who shares my favorite hobby, never mind, he just said. Seems the Arcana Association really is a place where I can chart my own course. My thanks in helping persuade Mikhail, Ursula. Honestly, having you along really helps smooth out the whole recruitment process. Mikhail has joined the Arcana Association together. You can delve into the Arsenal Gunner Arcana talent, or which he has proven a paragon. Is that it? Oh. Sure. Sure. Do I have it automatically? No. Well, I gotta level this thing up. Damn, so that's when I gotta set my bars too. That's annoying. How many skills is in our... Is it a lot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Well, that was a fun episode. I really like this character. He's really that meme where it's like you look at the TV, it's just like he's just like me for real, or whatever. When you find that one person who has the same hobbies as you and you just yap on, and it's just like, and the time just goes by. It's like that. Alright, so I'm assuming I want to keep Wave the Gun. Bullet Storm 2, Shooting Rush, and Bullet Slide. These are all good skills. Is this like the type of 2-bar skills? I mean, we can actually... Actually, I can actually modify this, right? Yeah, I can modify it. The last launcher is a smash-ish skill. So I can put it for smash. I can still use windmill. I can still use counterattack. I can't use Rage Impact, so I can change that. Oh, I can probably change it for... Right? Oh, maybe... Or bullet slide. I can take off way of the gun for Lance Leap. So that's Control Z, Control X. I need something for Rage Impact. That's the switch. What's my S? Yeah, I need to change something for Rage Impact. I think Bullet Storm would be good. I can take this off. So Z, Control C. Oh, I'll just keep that. And then I just keep the other buttons on here. Because I want to keep them on there so I can like check the cooldowns. Oh wait, I can change Assault Slash. Yeah, I want to keep all those because it's always good to keep your staples. Yeah, I gotta have a shield. So D is reload. N is bullet storm. I can put 2 of the keys on F1, F2 if I need to. This is the cannon. All right, so I got this. My scythe is on my thing. Now if I can just find better armor and better gun, maybe a purple gun. I think this would be fine, right? I don't know. I guess I'll mess around with it. For now, I think that's good enough. Let me log off and then for it to save. But anyways, it's a fun new character. I really like him a lot. If anything, I feel like I like this character more than the others. No, I kind of like Rowan too. Because she kind of just lays around a lot. And the other people will comment on it, which is kind of nice. Because he's too paranoid a lot. He's a worrywart. He's too serious a lot. She's too, she's too much of a zealot. Oh no, I like. I forgot her name. She's also cool. Coena, yeah, Coena. Coena's also cool. Yeah. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the alchemy next, or maybe I just start Sega too. But anyways, thanks for watching. Love you guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.